Hi, nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, 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 hello. This is becoming really, really fun. I mean,
Have as a story, a mentee of mine who's been with me for some time. Is learning through our programs, but is never invested in.
okay, okay. So let's start. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's start with an icebreaker, right? So let's share one interesting fact about ourselves. Just share one thing. I'll go first, right? So one interesting fact about me. I've not actually thought about it yet, though. What is one interesting fact about myself? Okay, okay. I like to dance, but I don't know how to dance, which is really interesting. Okay, guys, so let me hear you. Let me hear you. Hi, Femi. What is one interesting fact about yourself? Omotayo, please share one thing that is interesting about yourself. Usman, one thing. Let's share it, please. Let's get to know each other. One interesting fact about yourself. Think about it. There are a lot of interesting fact about a lot of us. Just one thing might be a little too much. Maybe we should share more than one. But no, let's just stick to one for now. Share one interesting fact about yourself. Yeah, like I said, I like to dance, but I don't know how to dance, which is interesting. It's very weird. I really don't know why. I tried learning a couple times. I really tried learning. But it's just oh my god. So we have somebody asking would write dance for seriously. That's oh my god, this is going to be so much fun. Hey, you okay? So we have Usman Yassin. I'm a big fan of Asian culture, Japanese movies. Oh, nice. I also like Asian culture. I'm actually interested in Asian market, which is really okay. So we have Femi Yassin. I like to paint and also okay. So all of us, I feel like there's a thing about the Asian culture. It's really interesting. They have so many things, really, really interesting things. I think I understand. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we have the player saying she sleeps for a living. That is interesting. I mean, I can relate. But then sleep for a living. I know. Okay, okay. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. Thank you so much for sharing. Um, okay. So let's move to the before we move to the agenda, let me just give you a brief introduction about myself and then we can kiss that, right? So, like you all know, my name is Ibokon. So let me say it again. You already know my name is Ibokon, but you can also call me IBK because all of my friends call me IBK. But yeah, you can also call me IBK. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm I'm not so okay. So we have a mother that say I love plants, but can't keep them for. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. Maybe you should probably just get artificial plants. I can't keep them for long too. It's too stressful to look after plants. I mean, all these people that we have so many plant father, plant mother on Instagram, on social media, you're like, okay, how do you keep these things? It's stressful. I totally get you, Motaya. I okay, so let's go back to the situation. Like I said, my name is Iboko, but you can call me Abike because that's what my friends call me. And being on this store means you're my friend, I guess. Yeah, you're my friend. And today I have an action-packed agenda lined up for you guys, like way too many things. We are going to deep dive into the world of positioning, how we can transform your business. So just buckle up and expect an informative and engaging ride. Okay. So let me give you a brief of the agenda, right? So in this webinar, you will learn positioning, what is positioning and why is it important, and how can it help your business success, right? And you learn why does positioning matter, why, and then we have different types of positioning, why, what are the types of positioning, and then we'll learn how to create your own brand positioning strategy, which is like really important. And then the next thing, I feel like this is why some of us signed up for this course, right? Which is really important. I mean, I can't blame you. So scaling up, we'll learn how to scale up our business, market research, growth strategy, and tips for scaling up your business while maintaining your position, your positioning, and your brand identity. And that's not all. It's going to be a very interactive section because we're going to be asking a lot of questions. It's going to be like a sensory experience. So yeah, expect to be moved, inspired, and entertained. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's start with one question. So how many of you here have attended a branding or a positioning webinar before? Please say yes if you have, say no if you haven't in the chat box, please. Let's see. Have you ever attended? Okay, so Olga says no, he hasn't. Okay, okay, nice, nice. Omotaya says no, she hasn't. Okay, 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 okay. And I have people answering yes, saying no too. Okay, okay, okay. So Femi said yes of sort. Okay, I want to ask so many questions. What does of sort mean? Yes or no? But then I totally understand that. Okay, Usman said yes, he has attended one. Okay, nice. So just so we are very clear here, this particular experience is different because it's going to like change the way you see your business and how you actually transform your business. Helps you see a way to transform your business from what you currently are to the next stage that you're going to. Okay, so Femi said it was about getting more clients. Okay, okay. I mean, that's one way to actually. It's not really. It's not really position. It's not like it's a good way to actually scale your business. I mean, if you're trying to get more clients, clients are everything. Sometimes clients is like it's very important. Without clients, there's no business without clients. So it's like, yeah, I totally get that. Okay, so let's start because I feel like we've already spent 40 minutes on this call. We have 2 hours and I have so many things I want to share, and I don't want to actually miss it up at all. I really want to like get deep dive into everything I want to talk about. Okay, so let's start with what is positioning. So the truth is, there's so many definitions about positioning, right? And there's one definition that I like, which is brand positioning is the process of creating a unique perception of your brand in the mind of your target audience in a way that creates a positive, lasting impression, influencing their perception, preferences, and their purchase decisions. So to me, this particular definition actually captures what positioning. It doesn't matter if you're talking brand positioning or marketing positioning. It really captures what positioning is altogether, right? So, and if you think about it, it's how your business differentiates your brand from competitors. So, like, it's how you differentiate your business from your competitors in the market space. So if you think there's a lot of businesses in the market, there's a lot of businesses, there's a lot of business in your industry that are doing the same thing that you're doing. But how do you differentiate from those people? Positioning is crucial because it affects how customers view your brand, and it can also and will ultimately impact your sales and your revenue in the long run. So brand positioning is the process of positioning your brand in the mind of your customer. I think that's like the shortest way to think about it. Just think of it this way. When you're thinking about positioning, think about how you want to position your brand in the mind of your customers. How do you want your customers to remind you when they hear your name? How do you want them to remind you? How do you want to remind them of your business when they hear positioning? And the truth is, more than a tagline or a fancy logo, brand positioning is a strategy that is used on its own to actually just set your business apart. So it's not just about your logo or your brand colors, all those type of things. There is more to brand positioning than the fancy things that comes in the conceptualization phase, right? And okay, so yeah, let's get this. So let me just say this before we go too far. I am going to be giving out something at the end of this webinar, something very, very big, something that is worth over, I think if you calculate, it's worth over $2,000. Yeah. And I'll be giving it to the most engaging person during the webinar. So if you engage a lot, if you answer my question, because I have a lot of questions I'll be asking, and if you can answer the questions right, yeah, you'll be getting it for your business at the end of the webinar. So just let's say the entire thing, what I'm sharing is for your business. It's for you to use for your business, I guess. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, so let me say it this way. So let me say this. So effective brand positioning happens when a brand is perceived as favorable, valuable, and credible to the customer. So the idea is a lot of people say you cannot start saying you want to position your brand if you don't have a couple of things in place. If you are not ready to actually sell, if you're not ready to actually give value, because it is when you are favorable when you are valuable to the customer, when you are credible, when they can trust you, that is when they now start thinking of actually, okay, maybe there's a place for them in your mind. So some of these TV things becomes unique to your business. And as a result, your customers carve out a place for you in their mind. Those three things are very important. If you don't have those three things already, there's no way anybody will carve out a place for you in their mind, in their mind for your business. So think about it. You have to be favorable, you have to be valuable, and you have to be credible for you to even start saying, oh yeah, I want to position my business, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I have a positioning strategy in place. If you're not credible, you don't have something valuable that you're offering, nobody cares in the end. Okay? If you can hear me, say I. Please say I. What? Okay, so let me ask you a question here. What is one thing you think out of these three things, out of favorable, valuable, and credible? What is one thing you think is more important? Is it favorable? Is it valuable? Or is it credible? Pick one thing. What do you think is more important? So, in terms of before you can start determining to position your business. Okay, so Femi says value. Okay, guys, what else? Keep it coming. What else? So is it valuable? Is it credible? Value, okay, okay. Credibility, okay, okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, so the truth is, let me just say this now. Yeah, so Amataya has it right. They are all important. Like there's no scale for how valuable you need to be or how credible. If you are valuable and you're not credible, people will not trust you enough to buy from you. So like there is no scale to these things. It's like you have to be all those things together. There's no one way. It's not like you have to focus on one and don't focus on the other. Although adding value is important, but at the same time, if you're adding value and you're not credible, people cannot trust you. They rather go to somebody that adds small value. If you're adding like 100% value, but you're not credible, they rather go to somebody that is offering like maybe a 60% value, but it's credible. They can trust the person. Does that make sense? Okay. So the important thing about being favorable, being perceived as favorable, as valuable and credible is important because it's important because to the customer, if you're not favorable, if you're not valuable and credible, you are just different. There's no positioning for you in the market. You're just different from like it's just in terms of comparison. Do you get it? So if you see here, it says this is important because being different from the competition isn't enough to win in the market. Like you cannot say because you have something different, you are this. That's why you are using that as a position and say no, it's not enough. It's not enough to be different to win in the market. There's so many things that comes into play. So like there's a brand positioning expert that I really like. His name is Will Byron, and he's someone I really respect because he has written a lot of things of brand positioning and he has done a lot of great job there. And he says you only get the opportunity to position your brand when you are doing something remarkable. Anything else is just comparison. You cannot position your business when you're not doing something remarkable. You cannot say you want to be this in the mind of your customer when you are not doing something really, really remarkable. Okay. There are so many brands that are doing remarkable things. And that is when they can now determine that, oh yeah, we need to position our business. We need to do this, we need to do that. So you have to be remarkable before you can even start. Okay, so Femi here say very thanks for saying, oh yeah. I mean, you're welcome. Oh my God. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's go to the next thing, which is why is brand positioning important? Why is brand positioning important? So let me just say this. You already have a reputation. Whether you try to work on it, whether you try to cultivate it or not, you already have a reputation. Like nothing changes, it's already there. So you might as well create a brand positioning plan that can help you take control of that reputation and your brand image. Even if you say, oh no, we are not this, I don't have this, or we are not that, it doesn't matter. There is something, or you think about it. Is there a brand in this world, or is there a company in this world that you don't have something about them in your mind? You might not actually even think about it as you do not think about it, but there's a reputation about them that you have in your mind. It might be the truth, it might be the lie, it might be something a competitor says about them, but then it is there. There's already a reputation there. You already have a reputation. All you have to do, the most important thing is that you have to cultivate it, because if you don't, then you just let people start spreading things that are not about you there. Okay, so and there's a there's a study by HubSpot that says 54% of consumers don't trust brands. However, brands that are positioned well can can earn their trust. So a lot of people don't trust brands. Like a lot of people, all of us, most of us don't even trust brands. Some people even use products that are like, not so. But you can earn their trust if you position yourself well. If you position yourself well, you can earn their trust. And the truth is, companies with strong positioning strategies see at least 23% increase in their revenue on an average. And you see companies that don't pay attention to their positioning or their experience or their brand experiences, they see 13% decline in revenue every year. So you see a brand, you make this amount of money this year, and the next year is going down. And you're thinking, oh, maybe because we need more customer, or maybe because we need to our revenue is not going because the economy is this. The truth is you are not paying attention to the right things. There are so many reasons why your brand, your why your revenue is declining. But you are not thinking about that. You are thinking about the fact that your revenue is declining because you don't have enough clients, or because you need to. Do you even have returning clients? You don't know if you have returning clients or not. So it's very important to be certain that you are paying attention to your positioning on an average. Building a strong positioning is just important for a business. I cannot stress it enough. Okay. And so think about this way. Brand positioning allows a company to differentiate itself from the competitors. So this differentiation will help a business increase their brand awareness, communicate value, and justify their pricing. All of which will not affect your bottom line. So if you are seeing a 13% decline or a decline in your growth every year, what are you doing about your brand positioning? How are you differentiating yourself from your competitors? What makes your business different? What are you doing to increase your brand awareness, to communicate your values to your target audience? What are you doing to justify your pricing? What are you saying to are you just there doing everything you like, doing everything without strategy? Like moving like this with no plan, moving the other way with no plan. Is that what your plan is? You can't build a business without proper planning. And especially in this day and time, positioning is vital. It is very, very vital. But so the truth is, not all positioning strategies are the same, or not all of them have the same objective. Depending on the nature of your business, the nature of what you are offering, or the industry that you are offering, your positioning and messaging will vary. Okay, so let me just give you an example of companies with strong positioning. Let's take a look at examples of brands with strong positioning, right? I'm intentionally using a couple of brands in Nigeria and some of them outside the country because I feel like a lot of people that register for this webinar are currently in Nigeria, and I want to give them brands that they know in real time. So look at MTN. MTN has been able to position themselves at their positioning statement states that it's everywhere you go. And it is the truth. They have been able to stay to that one. I remember that the last time when I was talking about positioning that time, I said, don't forget, you have to be favorable, valuable, and credible. MTN is favorable, MTN is valuable, and MTN is credible because there's no way you go to in this country and even some part of the world that you don't see MTN. Like legit everywhere you go. There are some states you go to in Nigeria that you probably won't see a lot of you won't get network or some of these other networks, but MTN they always have network. It's like even when you travel outside the country, you still see MTN out there. So it's like everywhere you go, MTN is there. And that is what they are positioning themselves as. So we go to the next one, which is Dangote. Dangote positioning statement says that touching lives. I feel like it's hard to mention Dangote in Africa and you won't know who Dangote is. Is before you see someone that doesn't know Dangote in Africa, it's going to be like, what do you mean? There is always Dangote products in each of our houses. You see one Dangote is either their sugar. They always have a product in one of our houses. They are always touching lives in different places. That is their own positioning statement, right? And then we have Oando, energy for life, right? You know, the truth is, you may not even think about these things like that. It's not something that comes to your mind. But these people are there. They are positioning themselves with their messaging, with their visuals, everything you see about them. They just click. When it's now time to think about it, it clicks in your head. That's what happens. It clicks in your head. Okay? So let's see. The next one here I have Indomie. So if you go to the market now, you see like a lot of Indomie product, like a lot of noodles. See that's it. I keep saying Indomie. You have people that they want to buy noodles and they say Indomie. Even if the product that they have is not Indomie, it is noodles. But you see them saying, "Oh, Indomie, I want to buy Indomie," and then they give them another product. So like for Indomie, their positioning statement is taste the Indomie difference. They've been here for a very long time and they've been able to position themselves. And I know people that legitimately they would never eat any other product if it's not Indomie product. They've been credible. They've been giving it to us back to back and they haven't stopped. Like they are reliable. You can trust them. They've done it over the years. Their product is trusted. You cannot hear someone say, I don't like that one. No, it's hard for you to hear someone hear an Indomie product and they don't like it. There's always there's always one product that you like. Maybe it's the onion one. Maybe you always have one that you actually like, right? And then the next one we have Flutterwave, right? With all the drama that's happened with Flutterwave, people are still using Flutterwave, right? The idea is that they've been able to simplify payments for endless possibilities. That's their position system. Simplifying payments for endless possibilities. They are like one of those top fintech companies that came out of Nigeria and have evolved. They've gone past Nigeria and outward. After you see companies outside the country using them as their payment platform. And Flutterwave has been able to stick to that, even with all the controversies that has come through, that the brand has gone through. People are still using them because they are credible, they are favorable, they work, they are valuable. So think about it. These are like brands that started in a couple of years ago, and then they've been able to build their position in a way that they are still in the market. You can still trust them. Okay. So let's do some positioning comparison, right? I decided to add this, right? Because I figured that it's good to just have this conversation so that people can understand what this means, right? Let's look at a Nike. I said I was going to use some international brands, so follow me, right? So let's look at a Nike and a Skechers, right? So Nike, you can't see that swoosh sign and not remember Nike. Like you cannot see that switch sign and not remember Nike, even if what you are looking at has nothing to do with Nike, right? Nike has been able to position themselves as a brand that inspires athletics, right? Athletes around the world. The their marketing campaign emphasizes their commitment and their innovation, their designs and their performance. Nike has positioned as a premium athletic brand. They've been there. You hear Nike, and sometimes the funny thing about this is that you hear people talking about Nike sometimes as a luxury brand, but they have actual products that are actually reasonable. But you think about it, what you think about is premium when you hear Nike. On the other hand, we have Skechers. Skechers has positioned itself as a brand that offers low price, comfortable footwears. The brand's marketing campaigns emphasize comfort over performance. And because of this, anybody that hears, and the truth is this, it's not that Skechers products are not great. It's not like their products are not nice, but the way they position themselves as low price, comfortable footwear. And if as an athlete, you don't see them as the person to go to where you want to buy a footwear. Do you get? But Nike has done the different thing. They don't just focus on athletes, they focus on every other type of person. But if you think about Nike, it's like, the product is great. But think about all these other products. It's not like they don't have great product. They have great product. But their positioning is not strong enough. Nike has done that. Let's go to the next one, which is Apple. Sorry, I'm going to mention Apple a lot in this webinar because, like, I'm a big fan of Apple. Like, I'm a big fan of Apple. Like, they've shown us repeatedly that these things are achievable. Okay, so Apple, I'm going to make a comparison between Apple and Huawei. Okay, sorry if I'm not getting that pronunciation. Please don't look for it. I know everybody keeps telling me, oh no, that's not the way you pronounce it. But then it just keeps popping up. So I can't really do anything about it right now. So like Apple or Huawei and Huawei, right? Versus Huawei, right? Apple has positioned itself as a brand that offers premium and innovative products that is easy to use and aesthetically pleasing. There's no Apple product that you see. You are going to like, even if you are not a tech person, there's a thing about their product that is appealing. Although, let me just say that they have a target audience, and I'm like, I am the target audience. So I feel like anytime there's no Apple product that I see, I can understand it. I know the funny thing about Apple products is that a friend of mine recently bought a MacBook, and she was telling me, "Oh my God, this MacBook, how will I use it? I don't know how to use it." But the entire idea of Apple is that it's easy to use, and now she's like a pro in using MacBook. It's like you don't even need to stress it to learn. It's easy to use, and they've lived by that. They've lived by that positioning that they are easy to use. They've lived, and it's not when they say they are premium. It's not like they are the most expensive. They are the most expensive product in the market. No, but they are premium because it's not actually really cheap to actually afford an Apple product, right? And okay, so and their if you notice, their brand marketing campaigns emphasize their commitment to design, innovation, and quality, positioning Apple as this. Those things are positioning Apple as a premium technology brand. But while we're on the other hand, they've struggled with brand positioning due to concerns of around privacy and security. Their brand marketing emphasize affordable prices and technology capabilities. But the fact that people think they cannot be trusted because of the privacy and the security issues, it has overshadowed the fact that the products are great too. And these concerns are has affected has affected them in so many markets around the world. And maybe it's not like they cannot solve this problem, but they have a position right now that is focused on the fact that they are not so great in terms of privacy and security, which people are very, very intentional when it comes to security and privacy these days. So they currently are not so they don't have such a great position in the market right now. Whereas Apple is like top underline, right? And then so the next one I have is Coca-Cola and Aussie Cola. You know, until recently, I didn't realize the Aussie Cola brand was actually a big brand. I didn't know. I've always thought, okay, they're just a small brand. And I traveled recently and then I saw Aussie Cola in another country. I'm like, okay, and actually in another country too. And I don't know, I was doing a research for a client on beverage, and then I found out that it's actually a very, very big company. But most of us don't even know that. But that's not the case with Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola has positioned itself as a brand that offers refreshment and happiness to people around the world. And their marketing campaign has emphasized like their heritage, their authenticity, their inclusiveness. The positioning Coca-Cola as a brand is that they bring people together, and they've emphasized on that, and they've been able to deliver on that. So on the other hand, we have Aussie Cola. So they've struggled with their brand positioning due to their lack of brand recognition. It's like I said, I didn't recognize them. They might be big, but there's no recognition. So because of it, like there's a big differentiation between them and other cola brands, right? So like Coca-Cola has put like a big gap among the like from themselves. Like the only brand that can actually really actually come close to Coca-Cola right now is Pepsi. But at the same time, Oxy Cola has done nothing on that end. So don't let your don't let the little things overshadow what your brand actually truly offers. Even if you lack recognition, there's a stage you get to that you might actually not lack because you might actually have a chance of being bigger. But if you don't have a proper positioning from the beginning, it can affect everything. Okay. So the next one I have here is BMW and Kia, right? And because I don't know a lot about cars, right? But one thing I do know is when I hear BMW, even you hear it in songs, right? When you hear BMW, what comes to mind? The only thing that comes to mind is luxury. It's like luxury, performance, the style. Like people that try BMW, like, oh yeah. It's like it's not a cheap car. It's not like there's just luxury that comes to mind. But Kia, on the other hand, they it's not like they don't have big cars, but they also have very small price, low price products and sometimes low quality products. And this one that has actually affected their reliability in the market. So BMW has been able to like BMW has been able to emphasize on their own power of excellence, like their engineering excellence, their driving pleasure, their premium designs. Kia, on the other hand, looks like a brand that doesn't do all those things. Even if they do all those things, people don't know because their positioning is not that strong. That's it. And I think I was going to mention Amazon, I think, but then I didn't want us to take too much time. So, like, I have a question now. So, think about this. What is one unique value proposition that sets your own business apart from the competition? What is something that your business currently has that the other competitors don't have? Think about it. What is one thing that your business has that your competitors don't have? Think about it. What is one thing? Let's talk about it in the comment, in the chat board. What is one thing, one unique value proposition, one UVP that sets your business apart from the competition? Think of it. What is one thing that you have? It doesn't matter what it is. Just tell me. Just type it in the session. What is one thing that your business has that no other business that sets you apart from the competition right now? Okay. Please, let's make it fast. Femi, Omotayo. What is one thing? Just pick one thing. If you can't think of anything, don't worry, you can get it. Just that you don't know yet. Okay. So Oga says commitment to timely delivery of projects. Okay, that is one thing. That's so you are reliable. That's one thing. Okay. Omotayo says value. Okay, that is one thing too. That is one thing. I mean, at the end of this, I'm very sure that at the end of this webinar, you have a whole lot of things that you want to go and think about and you want to do to actually improve these things, right? And okay, what else? Okay, so let's go to the next one. So right now we have types of positioning. So let me say this. When you are deciding how to position your business in the marketplace, there are several options to pick from. Like there is not even you don't have to position yourself as one. But it's always good to pick one thing that is really, really credible, something that you can stand behind, that you are certain that you can actually offer. Right? There are a lot of things that you can position your business as. You have several options to pick from. So what you want to do is tailor your strategy and highlight your product competitive advantage to contact your competition's shortcomings. Sometimes, you get. So the idea is that there are so many ways you can decide to position your business. So the first one here we have competitors-based positioning, right? And this strategy is focused on differentiating a brand from its competitor by highlighting one unique feature or benefit that sets you apart from your competitors. So brand using this strategy, right? They position themselves as a superior option to a specific category or a market. So it's like you're just saying, oh yeah, I'm superior, I'm a superior option to this person or to that other person. For example, a new soft drink might position itself as being more refreshing than its competitors. Or let's say a smartphone company might position itself as having a better feature than its competitor. That is what competitors-based positioning is like. You need to understand who your competitor is first, and then you position against that. Like, okay, this is one thing that I have that is better than my competitors, and I'm going to use that as my positioning. Okay, and this type of positioning emphasize the unique advantage and point of differentiation. Remember, the unique advantage of your brand and the point of differentiation compared to your competitors. Okay, so the brand messages focus on why your product is better than your competitors. So all your messaging, it is going to focus on the fact that your product is better than your competitor. For example, see Pepsi has positioned itself as a more youthful and exciting alternative to Coca-Cola. And if you see their advert, you see some of their soccer adverts, like their advert that they do with football or any of these things. It shows that it's more useful. They've been trying to position, not trying to, I mean, they've done a pretty good job with it, right? I mean, there's a difference between Pepsi and Coke. I don't know if you ask I have a friend that says there's no difference between both of them. But in terms of their brand, there's a big difference between them. And one of them has been positioning itself with like, oh yeah, we have been here, we are the first cola company to come, we are this, we are that. and the other person is saying, no, we are more youthful, we are a Gen Z, we are ticket. So everybody, both of them have picked different ways to actually position themselves. Okay. So the next one there is value-based positioning. Value-based positioning is a strategy that emphasizes the unique value proposition of a product or a service, not your business. What is the unique value proposition of your product or a service? The approach like involves like identifying a specific benefit that your product or your service offers, and you now highlight those benefits to your target audience. If your product is this, right? What is one unique benefit that your product has? That unique benefit is now what you are going to use in your messaging, that you're going to show your target audience or your customers or your people that you're trying to get become your customers. Okay. And one example of that value-based positioning is Apple's Think Different campaign. So the Think Different campaign approach was, it shows that the company offers innovative products that breaks the mode or tradition that breaks the modes of traditional technology, right? It shows that they are innovative, that they create products that are functional, like that their products have unique designs. And they've been able to keep to that. Apple has been able to differentiate itself from the competitors and establish itself as a leader in the tech industry. Like it's not even, you cannot say in some of their products too, I guess. Even not some of everything Apple does, they've been consistently showing that they are a leader in their industry. And they've been able to put their money where their mouth is. I like to say that, like, when you are saying you're something, you can put your money where your mouth is. It's very important. It's not like you just say it and you know that. So overall, value-based positioning can be it can be a very effective strategy for companies that are looking to differentiate themselves from competitors and appeal to a specific target audience. So you can only use this value-based targeting if you have a specific target audience. Do you get? It's better if you have, like, so Apple has been able to appeal to people like myself, right? So you have to have a specific target audience, and you now highlight your unique benefits and now show those people in your messaging. So that way it attracts loyal customers. And this particular strategy, what it attracts loyal customers, you become a loyal fan when you join the company because of the value-based strategy. Okay. And the truth is, to implement this value-based strategy, company needs to conduct thorough research about the needs and the preference of their target audience, of that specific target audience that you're trying to target. You have to do thorough research. So once you have like clear understanding of what those target audience, what those target customer are looking for, once you understand what they are looking for, you can now tailor your messaging and your marketing effort to emphasize that unique value proposition of your product that solves that problem for the customers. Okay? Are y'all feeling me? Please, if you can hear me, say, yeah, ayo. If you're understanding what I'm saying, please say ayo. Listen. Okay? Ayo is a lot. I can't help it, right? Just say I. If you can hear, oh, okay, yeah, you got it. Okay, yeah, yeah. Thank you. If you can hear me, great. Okay, so the next one is quality-based positioning, right? So quality-based positioning is a strategy that emphasizes the quality of a product or a service to differentiate you from the competitor. What is the quality of your product or your service that you can use to differentiate yourself from your competitors? That is what quality-based positioning is about. Like in some measure, the quality-based positioning is about emphasizing the quality of your product or your service to differentiate yourself from your competitors. So think about one quality that your product has or your service has. And that's what you need to emphasize for your that's what you need to use as a positioning strategy for your customers. So that particular strategy is what you use to just differentiate yourself from the competitors. Although what you need to know is that sometimes that quality base, it might not be your own alone. Sometimes some people, I feel like I've worked with a client once that said that, okay, but this quality, we are not the only one that has it, other products have it. And the question I have is, are those people emphasizing those things? So the way Apple emphasizes the fact that they are innovative, they get, but Samsung also emphasizes the fact that they are innovative too. Do you get? So it depends on who is louder in the market, who has a better strategy to do the positioning, and who can be trusted to be more innovative. Do you get? In the end? So it doesn't have to be one thing that is what's the word, that is eating, or that any other person cannot know. Because that's one mistake everybody is like, oh, it has to be eating. There's nothing that is eating. If you have a positioning today that is that is that belongs to only you. Your competitor is doing the competitive analysis to notice what it is and then applying it to their business so that they can. But in the end, it's all about how
When's the
effective
party
you can be. Hello.
Why is it not okay?
Eli. Hi, Eli. Oh, hi. Yeah, you get the recording. No problem. No problem. Welcome. 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 Sorry, guys. Okay. So the next, and so let me say this. One way to communicate quality, though, is probably through maybe certification or awards or endorsements, things that demonstrate that your product and services have met a specific quality standard. That way, people can trust you and say, "Oh yeah." So it's the way these celebrities, or I don't want to use celebrities, products or companies get some type of award, and you can trust them because of that award. It's like, okay, or you see people.
Alex, are you using your earpiece?
Please.
I do have earpiece.
Okay, let me mute it. Okay. Hi, Faji. Thanks for coming. Okay. So that is quality based strategy. That is quality based positioning. The next one we have is benefit based positioning, right? Benefit based positioning involves identifying and promoting the unique benefits that your product offers. What is one unique benefit that your product offers your target audience? That is what benefit based is. Like if you can, the approach is just to look at, focus on the product or a service that something that benefits your customers. Maybe it's a feature. I say maybe no, rather than a feature or a price. Instead of a feature of your product or a price, look at the benefit of your product or your services and use it as a positioning strategy for your business. Okay. And to implement benefit-based positioning too, companies need to first identify a specific benefit that their product or their services offers before you can say, okay, if you can find out one thing that one benefit that your product offers, then you can use that as a positioning strategy. Let me give an example for that is look at Nike, Just Do It. The Just Do It campaign that Nike did, and they are still doing, like it's still here, right? Nike products are not necessarily the cheapest. Or it's not like they have one feature which there's some other product that have like other feature or something, right? But they have positioned themselves as the best choice for anybody that is looking to improve their athletic performance. That's what so that's the benefit of their product. And they've been able to they're not talking about, oh, we are cheaper, oh, we are more expensive, oh, we are more luxurious. No, the Just Do It campaign focused on the benefits of their products. Okay. So I want to see another example is the iPhone, but no, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm trying not to talk about Apple again today. Okay. So overall, the benefit-based position is an effective strategy for companies that want to differentiate themselves from their competitors by emphasizing a unique value that their products or their services provide to their customers. And by understanding their target audience and the specific benefits that they are looking for, companies can create like compelling campaigns or messaging that would resonate with their customers and would drive sales. Okay. The next one we have is user-based positioning. Okay, so you see this particular strategy, there's so many things that comes into it, right? Is a positioning strategy that focus on the characteristics of your target audience or your user or your services. So the approach is aimed and tailored towards a specific group of people. So what you need to understand about them, you need to appeal directly to their need or their wants or their desire. So you just need to appeal to a specific group of people. And there are various like user-based positioning strategy. There are different types of it, actually. It's a type of positioning strategy, but there are also different types of that positioning strategy. And the first one is demographic positioning, right? And this is about targeting a specific group of people. Maybe, let's say maybe you're targeting a brand might target like women under the age of 25 to 35 with a specific set of needs and preference. Those are the people you're targeting. Another type of positioning under the user-based positioning is psychographic positioning. And this one involves like personality traits. You are focusing on people who have like a specific trait, a specific personality trait, a specific value, a specific interest, a specific lifestyle. You are focusing on those people. And an example of that is, imagine all these brands that their target audience are that they are focused on environmental conscious consumers. There are people that are very conscious of the environment, and there are some brands that are targeting them directly. Those are the brands that are using this user-based positioning. There are some that are willing to pay premium for eco-friendly products. There are some brands that are targeting them. And because there's a specific group of people, it's easier to just target them and use the user-based positioning. Position yourself as a brand that solves a problem for the eco-friendly, solve the problem that is eco-friendly or that is environmentally conscious. And then people in that psychographic group would patronize you because you solve a problem for them. Okay. The next one on that list is behavioral positioning. So maybe some people that have some specific type of buying habits or some usage pattern. For example, you want to target travelers, people that are frequent travelers who are always looking for convenience and reliability. Those are the type of people that use user-based positioning, right? Another one is geographic positioning. Those are like you are targeting a specific people in a specific region. So let's say, for example, a brand might target consumers in a particular region which have a unique cultural or environmental preference. That is what the geographic positioning is about. And I'm going to say one example was the word. If you remember back in the days, we had was the word. There's one advert for Share a Coke that happened one time. That particular advert was a user-based positioning because it was focused on people in Australia in 2011. It was targeted to them. Coca-Cola was one that did that advert there. Not a lot of people remember that advert, but it was like really, really interesting advert because I really liked it at that time. But even though it wasn't focused on a market that was in, it was something that I saw that I was interested in. So yeah. And then user-based positioning can be a very powerful way for business to connect with their target audience. And it's also a powerful way to differentiate themselves from their competitors. So before you can decide to position yourself with user-based positioning, right? You need to understand your audience specific need, their preference, the preference of your users. You need to understand how your business can tailor your product or services to their needs. There are so many things that come into play when you're trying to use user-based positioning. And I think it's a very interesting thing for some businesses who their audiences is targeted, who can target their audiences in a specific way. That's one. So the next one is customer service positioning strategy. This one is something I feel like there are some brands in Nigeria right now that are focusing on that and they are doing a great job at it. And in the world, there's a couple of brands that are doing a great job at it. One example of this, let me give you a definition for this. So customer service based positioning is a marketing approach that focuses on delivering excellent customer service. So it's a way to differentiate your brand from your competitors by emphasizing your exceptional customer experience. And this will help you build a customer loyalty that will lead to repeat business. So let me give you an example. An example of a brand that has great customer service is Payoneer. They have great customer service and they've invested so much into it that every time you call them, it doesn't matter how many times you call them, they keep giving you great service at all time. And it's really incredible, right? And the next one, I think another thing is, I was going to use another bad, this bad again. I'm like, no, I'm not going to use that bad. So, but then, the idea of this particular brand is that when you focus on customer service as a differentiator, you don't just build a loyal customer base. You stand out from a crowded market. Because when your customer, your current customer that is experiencing great customer service, when they are talking about you, people would want to use your product. Because one thing that you don't get a lot of is great customer service. You have a lot of companies who don't pay attention to their customer service in any sense. They don't have processes in place to actually ensure that their staffs are doing a great job in terms of the way that they relate to their customers. The next one here is convenience-based positioning strategy, right? Convenience-based is actually a very easy strategy. Actually, I want to say easy, but then it's more or less say as sha. So the goal is to make a buying process as easy and as free or as possible. So it's like if your product is easy to use, if you are saying, oh yeah, what we are positioning as is that our product is easy to use, or there's no hassle, like our buying process is seamless. That is an entire is what we call convenience based positioning strategy. It is a strategy on its own, and there are several ways companies can implement convenience based positioning strategy. For example, there's location. A business can position itself in a convenience location by locating its stores and service centers in easily accessible locations for their customers. So it's like what's this there's this brand in the US that has a store in different places, in like more than different places, but they are very strategic in a way that if a customer wants to buy something, before you click too much, like, oh yeah, they're over there. It's easy for them to find them. Another one is for delivery company, sha. Another one for not just for delivery company. Another one, let's say delivery company. If you say you are doing same day delivery, that's convenience based positioning. You can give people. So I know that if I'm going for an event today, if I order something today, you can deliver it to me today. Not just for delivery companies, for actual companies that sell things in real time. Imagine if you do real time delivery, like same day delivery, it becomes easy for people to trust you, to feel like it's like you offer convenience. I don't have to stress myself too much. Like there are so many things that can happen when you do same day delivery. Do you get? It's like it's a position, but then the truth is this. I think what most Nigerian brands do is they say they are doing same day delivery, but it's not actually same day delivery. There's so many things that comes into play. You hear same day delivery and you've not seen what you ordered for 48 hours later. That is not same day delivery. Don't say you're going to do it if you cannot do it, right? And the other type of delivery like that, there's like maybe if you offer extended hours, if you're servicing people 24 hours, that can be a convenience based positioning. Like maybe online ordering, convenience, or like it's just anything that offers convenience to your users is a convenience based positioning. And you can position yourself and show it in your messaging that they can always consider you as a brand that will always put them first. That is a great way to actually position yourself. And I think one brand that has been able to like do that is Amazon. Amazon has become Amazon became one of the largest online retailer because of the way they use the convenience-based strategy positioning. Like you hear that you can order anything, one click ordering away, you get free shipping, you get same day delivery. They input so many things together. It's easy for you to order directly from your phone. You don't have to go to your laptop before you want to order something. There's so many things that they've done, but they brought together so many types of convenience-based positioning and position themselves, and that's why so many users are very comfortable using them. And the truth is not like they are not other we don't have other platforms that offer the same thing that they offer, but because they've done it in a way that uh they've done it in a way that they are credible. You can trust them. They've shown it over time that, oh yeah, we are credible, you can trust us. If they cannot do same day delivery, they let you know that, oh, yes, we said same day delivery, but it's only for people in this location, not for people. That's what businesses fail to understand. If you cannot achieve it, let the person know. So you don't build a bad web with one person. And the mistake is most people believe that if it should be just one person, it's not just one person. One person can have a platform that can reach over 1 million people. So thinking about that, when you think about those type of things, you know that, oh, no, I don't want to do anyhow. I want to satisfy every customer that comes my way. That way, if that one customer that you think is just one customer has an audience of 1 million, the same thing, because you treated them well, they'll go to those audience of 1 million and say all those things. And then there's other people too that when they buy one bad product, they cannot help it. They cannot help it. They are going to go everywhere and mention your name everywhere and say, "Oh yeah, this person sold a bad product, or this person is is providing a bad service." It's just important to know that one customer matters a lot, especially when you're focusing on this type of positioning. And we have another positioning, which is price-based positioning, right? Price-based positioning is focused on product services. So the strategy is typically around it's targeted towards price sensitive consumers. Is that you're either looking for budget friendly option or something that is, maybe if you want something more expensive, just to show that you're a luxury buyer or something like that. But then this particular positioning there's a lot of trickiness to it. And the truth is, it's not, like I said, not all positioning is for all type of brands. It just depends on who your target audience is and who you're trying to reach in the end, right? The next type of positioning we have, the last one is differentiation positioning. Differentiation positioning is a strategy, is a method of positioning a product or a service with a unique characteristics or a features that sets it apart from the competitors. This time around, if you are saying you are different from the competitor, there has to be one thing that you have that the competitor does not have. That is what the differentiation positioning strategy has. You have to be able to provide that one thing that you have that other people don't have. Okay. Okay. So we have, so the truth is we have other type of positioning. These are not the only type of positioning that exists, right? There are like a lot of positioning, right? You can position your brand as a leader. You can say your brand is first of its kind. You can position your brand as the most popular. You can position your brand as eco-friendly. You can say it's organic. You can say it's all natural. It just depends on which target audience you're trying to appeal to in the end. And the truth is, each type of brand positioning strategy has its own advantage and disadvantage. The best strategy for a given brand will depend on like different type of factors, like a variety of factors, which include like understanding your brand target audience and your competitors, and knowing your own unique strengths and weaknesses. Like I said, there are other type of positioning strategy. A lot of them actually. There is emotional or lifestyle positioning. I think there is niche type of positioning. There is quality or luxury positioning. There is problem to solution positioning. There are a lot of positioning, right? Okay. Also, if you have any question, please just keep it. We're going to get to the question and answer stage. So yeah. And yeah. So the next thing here is we have a question here. So imagine you are at a networking event and someone asks you what makes your business different from your competitors. What would you say in one sentence that would capture their attention and make them interested in learning more about your business? With everything I've spoken about in terms of positioning, like you've seen different type of positioning. Have you thought about, okay, what type of positioning is best for my business? What is one thing that you say about your business that differentiates you from your competitors? What would that one sentence be? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing you're saying Tahil says, I hold my clients till they get to their desired destination. That is a good one, actually. So it's more or less say, is that convenience? Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't let them face any trouble. Whatever it is that they are going to face, they are facing it with them till they get to their desired destination. That's a nice one, Tahil. Okay, what else do we have, guys? Let's go. It's already 5:06. Oh my god. I have so many things I would like to talk about. Okay, please keep sharing and let's continue. Okay. So let's get to like there are so many fun parts in this, right? Let's get to like another fun part. So we give 360 service experience. That is nice. That is something that okay. Okay. I hear like, okay, what do you mean by 360 experience? Like when somebody says that kind of thing, especially at an event, like, okay, please tell me more. What is the 360 type of experience that you offer? Okay. And then August says tailor-made solutions for customer satisfaction. Okay. So you create custom solution for each of your customers. That's nice. Okay, so the next one here is how to create a brand positioning strategy. I mean, that's like one of the things we all came here to do. How to create a positioning strategy and how to scale our business. And I really want to have enough time to actually go through all these things. So the first stage here is to sorry. So let me say this first. Creating a brand positioning strategy, it really involves like a comprehensive process. And because it helps your company differentiate yourself from your customers, from your competition, and connect you with your target audience in a meaningful way, it makes sense for it to be comprehensive. It's like a comprehensive process. So it's like, yeah, it makes sense. There's a lot of work you have to do. But what you gain, the benefit of doing all those work is immense. It's like, okay, it's worth it in the end. So the first thing is to identify your target audience. When you identify your target audience needs, their pain points, what they value, you can conduct a market research that will gather insight about your audience. Like, okay, how do I identify my target audience? Like, what do I need to know? Identifying your target audience is a crucial aspect of creating a brand strategy. It's not something that you can say, I already know my target audience. There's not like you already know your target audience. You have to actually do it properly. You have to understand that this particular part of the process is very, very important. And to do this, you need to conduct market research. You need to get insight in your customers' target audience. You need to understand what their needs are, what their wants are, what their pain points are, what their values are, so that you can understand what you need to sell them, or what you're selling them, or what value you're adding to them, what pain you are taking away when you're adding that value. You need to know all those things to be able to create a solution for it. And there are various methods to actually conducting market research. But the truth is this: for some companies that already have customers already, it's easy because you already have customers. They already trust you in some sense. So all you have to do is ask them for just a small time, 30 minutes of their time to answer a couple of questions. Ask them a couple of questions that helps you gather information about them. Okay. Once you've gathered that information, you can now use it to create like it. You can use it to create like a perceptive audience, like a buyer persona, and say, okay, yeah, this is the fictional representation of who our ideal audience is. Because your audience, that is the person you have talked, the person you've spoken with, and mind you, I'm not saying you should talk to just one person. At least you need to speak to at least 5 people to actually gather enough data, right? And yes, Tiger said qualitative research. Thank you. So, like, you need to gather enough data before you can create that fictional representation. And the truth is this: we all make the mistake of thinking, oh, I know what they want. I used to think I know what the people I'm serving want. But the truth is, when you get on a call with them, you realize that just what you think they want in your head is really not what they want. So it's important to do this particular aspect, like to identify them. It's important to like validate your hypothesis. What you think you know, validate it. If you think that your target audience like biscuits, validate that they like biscuits. Okay. And when you identify the target audience, when you understand their needs, you can tailor your positioning strategy to meet their expectation, and then use that to differentiate your brand from your competitor. And then at that stage, you can create a strong emotional connection between your brand and your customer. Because like there is a like when you are solving a problem for someone, when you are taking away a pain from them, you are solving a need. You're fixing a need. And there is an emotional connection that comes into play in that process. So it's like it doesn't just differentiate you from your customers. It doesn't just differentiate you from your competitors, sorry. It creates a strong emotional connection for you. The next stage here is to analyze your competitors. I have a question, everyone. Please, how many times have you actually done any analysis on your competitors? How many times have you done? Have you ever done it before? Yeah, let me hear a comment section, please. Have you ever done any type of competitor analysis for your competitors before? Have you actually done it every day? Okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to come back to that, Ellie. Yes. Okay. So the truth is this: let me just say, let me say a short story. I used to think I used to do competitive analysis a couple years back, like 3 years ago. I'll say, oh yeah, because I have the details of my competitors. I've beaten them down. I've beaten like a couple of lines about what they are doing. But the truth is, you've not done in-depth research. In-depth research is like you do actual research that gives you all the things you need to know about your competitors. It's like what's the word? It's like going from the backyard, acting like a customer. There's so many ways of there's so many things that you're going to do to actually get an in-depth into understanding who your competitors are. Not just understanding them, like knowing their strengths, their weaknesses, what they offer, what is their own positioning strategy, what makes them different, why are people buying from them? There are so many questions you ask yourself. For you to know all those things is important. Okay, so you are going to have to look at their product or their services, their pricing, their marketing message. Sometimes you have, if you are using one social media, their social media page, you use different social media pages. Okay, this particular um doc is for their Instagram page. This is all the messaging that they put on their Instagram. Why are they putting this message in there? Why are they putting this caption? Why are they using this call to action? What exactly, like there are so many things to ask yourself, okay, that will help you understand their positioning. So it's not just saying you know them. Knowing them is not enough. What exactly do you know about them? What you think you know about them might not be what they are doing. Why are they better than you? Even if they are not better than you, if you think they are not better than you, why do they have customers? Why are their customers staying with them? Right? What are they using to keep their customers in check? To retain their customer? What are the things that they are doing? Like you need to understand all those things. You need to evaluate their strengths and their weaknesses. If you know all these things, you can now find out where they fall short. So when you find out where they fall short, that is where you will now position yourself and say, okay, we might be doing the same thing, but this is where this fall short. Maybe it's their customer experience. Their customer service might be shitty, right? Sorry about the one, right? And then you might position yourself and say, oh yeah, we have better customer service. And not just we have, but you are going to actually show your customers that you are offering it and you are actually doing it in real time. Credibility, don't forget. And okay, okay, let me just say this. When you're looking at the gaps in the market, there are some unmet needs. It's just like there's no business, there's no industry that does not have needs that are unmet, that they are not unmet. There are some needs in your industry that nobody is solving right now. It's always there. I used to think, no, everybody's always solving the problem. But no, they are always there. But the truth is this: maybe that needs that is unmet, they might be solving it in the US, but here in Nigeria, you people are not solving that need. But it's in your industry. The only way to actually know this thing is if you do proper research. When I'm doing research, I categorize them to three places, right? There's the direct, there's indirect, and there's the aspiring. So it's like there are different type of competitors. My direct competitor is somebody that know me, and even me, I know the person. We both know ourselves. We are the direct, we are both competing. Our business is competing against each other. And then there's the indirect. People that maybe they are not actually selling what we are selling, but they are indirect. They are also taking money away from our business in some sense. And then there's the aspiring. I used to pay a lot of attention to the aspiring because those are the people that are solving some problems already that my business is not solving yet. And at that point, you can know that problem that they are solving, and you can solve that problem that your competitor doesn't even know, your direct competitor doesn't know, but your aspiring competitor is already solving that need. Do you get? So you need to understand all these things and then so use those insights that you gather to develop a proper positioning for yourself so that use it to meet the need of a target audience and now differentiate yourself from your competition. The next stage here is to define your unique proposition, right? Based on like based on your analysis, right? You need to define your UPP. You should clearly communicate what sets you apart from your competitors and how you solve a problem for your target audience. What pain points are you solving? What problem are you solving? What need are you meeting? Your unique value proposition should be unique. It should be specific. It should be easy to understand. You see that positioning statement that I was showing you that time? It should be easy to understand. It should be concise. It should be a statement that concise, that reflects your brand cause, value, and benefits. It's important that you ensure that your UPP aligns with your brand mission, your vision, and your overall business strategy. So that it's not like what you think your unique value proposition is this, but your business goal is this separately. It doesn't work that way. Don't put it don't scatter everything. Pick one thing. What is one thing that you are solving, and make sure that that thing you are solving also takes in place for other things that your business is doing. Does that actually make sense? Thank you for the person to explain this. Okay. Think of one thing. What is one thing that sets you apart? What is one thing that sets you apart? When you know that one thing that sets you apart, then look for a way to actually communicate that one thing. That not just only says that one thing, but also that it can also reflect all your other goals that you have for your business. Does that make sense? If you can hear me say, I feel like I've been talking a lot. Oh my God. And I've been trying to avoid that, but then when I start, I can't. Yes. Hey, Femi, how you doing? Okay, guys. So the next thing here is to develop your brand messaging, right? You see, this developing your brand messaging is very crucial. It's not just crucial. Like all the work that you put into place, if you don't develop a proper messaging, you cannot communicate all the things that you say you are properly. You just don't know those work for nothing. Because when you are not communicating it, nobody knows. You can say, "Oh, my company is a eco-friendly company," but you are not communicating it right. You are not communicating it to the right type of people. You are not communicating it using the right channel. You are not communicating it on your social media or on your interaction. Even when people are talking to your employees, they don't know these things. You need to be able to communicate. When it comes to messaging, every touch point must be considered. Every touch point, every aspect of your business, every aspect. Not just that you are going to put the messaging on your website alone, and then every other aspect of your business doesn't matter. You have to be consistent with your messaging. And when you are crafting the messaging, you need to make sure that the language that you use resonates with your audience. It resonates. It's not like you're going to be using, so like there's an idea about let me give you a gist. So there was one time I was working with a brand, and then they wanted to we're working on their messaging. And after working on their messaging, one of their co-founders came and said, "Oh, IBK, you didn't use any industry grammar, industry." I'm like, "Okay, you mean industry jargon?" Like, "Yeah, you didn't use anything that really." I'm like, "Okay, well, your target audience don't really care about your industry. Don't forget." The people that you are thinking about are your competitors. You want your competitors to think, "Oh, we understand big grammar." You want your competitors, you are not thinking about your target audience. Your target audience are people who want to be clearly communicated to. They don't want to stress. They want to understand what you do in one point. They want to understand what pain you are solving for them, what need you are taking care of, what value you are adding to them without stress. Okay? Okay, so just so we are clear, so your brand messages should also differentiate from the brand of your competitors. So when your competitors are using a particular word, try and look for another word to use. Don't use the same word. Like try and use something that is different, but also avoid using negative words. Okay. Focus on things that highlight the positive aspect of your brand. Do you get? Don't just try to set yourself apart and then bring in negative words because you're trying to like bring down your competitor or anything like that. Focus on positive things. Okay. The next thing here is choose your brand personality. Choosing your brand personality. Oh, sorry. Choosing your brand personality is how you want your brand. It's like how do you want your brand to be perceived? What characteristics is it that guides your brand tone and communication style? And in the end, before you can determine this, don't forget the first thing is to identify your target audience. So when you identify your target audience, you can determine what type of tone you want to use with them. Not just you want to use, what type of tone will be appealing to them. If it's a formal tone, if it's a professional tone, if it's an informal tone, if it's a friendly tone, all those things need to be determined. But if you don't understand what your target audience is, this particular place, when they say when they say you should determine, you should choose your brand personality, you just be winging it because you don't really understand your target audience. Like I said, as I said, understanding your target audience is very important, and it's not understanding them on a surface level. It's understanding them in depth. Okay. The next thing here is develop your visual identity. Like I said, I came from a design background, and even I know how important it is, how your visual is important. Because in the end, even when you have all those messaging, the person that attracts people is your visuals, is the person that they see. It's like that's the first thing that they come they that comes to their face before they start to understand you as a person, or before they start to understand what your brand is, who you are, what you offer. Those are the things that attract them. Your messaging, your visuals. So you need to make sure that these things reflect what you are trying to. It reflects your brand personality, and also it resonates with your target audience. Okay. The next thing here is to implement and monitor your brand positioning strategy. So let me say this: a couple of companies have, a couple of people or people that I've worked with have actually done some type of brand positioning strategy. And that was why when we started this call, I was asking if you've actually gone on the call or attended any webinar that has to do with positioning strategy or brand positioning strategy. But the issue with most of us is we don't implement and we don't monitor. Most of us who do it, we just leave everything the way it is. We don't implement and we do not monitor, we just leave them. When you don't implement, your strategy across all touch points, it's just the document that you wrote that is just there on your laptop. When you're not monitoring it, you cannot say, oh, this is how this is working. This is not a good way to position ourselves. Let's reposition ourselves. There are so many things that can happen, but when you're not monitoring it, when you do not implement and you don't monitor, there's no way for you to know. Okay. And like when you want to implement, develop an implementation plan. It's important. Train your team. Ensure that your team understand what you're trying to implement. And then monitor your metrics. It is important. Monitor your metrics. Analyze the data. And then always continuously improve. Continuously improve. It is vital. Okay. In summary, creating a brand positioning strategy involves understanding your target audience, analyzing your competition, defining your unique value proposition, developing your brand messaging, choosing your brand personality, developing your visual identity, and implementing and monitoring your brand positioning strategy. After you implement, monitor. Okay, don't go through all those work and leave it on your laptop or say you know it in your head. Implement. Do things. Create a plan that shows that you are actually implementing in real time. Even if you want to start small, do it small and implement small. Go again, add more things, do it small and implement again, and always monitor. I will also share an email with you guys, and also a link to a group, a Telegram group with different case studies of different brands that you can go through and learn how to actually position your brand. And you can see examples of like case studies of how they've been able to position their brand, and you can learn from that and use it to position your own brand. Okay. Say thank you. Okay. Say thank you in advance. That's what. Thank you in advance. Say thank you in advance. I know. I know. I know. I've done a great thing. Yeah. Nobody's saying thank you in advance. Okay. No problem. It's okay. I'm not sharing it. Okay. Paji just say thank you. Okay. No problem. I'm feeling it. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I have a couple of questions here to show that you guys have been listening. And I said, like I said when I started, don't forget, if you answer my questions correctly and you have been engaging consistently throughout this entire call, you'll be winning something after the end of this call. Don't forget, not something. You'll be winning something for your business, not for yourself, for your business. And it's worth over $2,000, just so you're clear. So yeah. What is it? So the first question I have here is, which of the following do you think is the most important aspect of positioning your business? Tell me, what do you think is most important? Okay. Okay. When you are positioning for a business. So we have A, identify. Okay. All of them. No, so you guys, you already know the answer. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. And all of them is important. There is no one that is not important. You cannot say because you already identify your target audience, you don't need to do market research or you don't need to analyze your competitors. Everything is important. Okay. And we have another question here. So, what are the three main elements of strong positioning statements? What do you think? I'm going to come back to that. So just keep your answers. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to share the answer with you guys after the end of the call. Okay, let's go to the. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing a couple of tips on how you can scale up your business. I feel like that's why most of the people that came here came. Okay, right? So yeah, let's share like actual tips for you to actually scale your business, things that you can do. And we're almost at the end of it. Oh my god, I thought I'll be done by now. But yeah. Okay. So the first tip is market research. I will not even lie. Research is underrated. Research is underrated. Research is highly underrated. No, people don't pay attention to research, but the power of research, what can change in your business when you focus on research for let's say 3 quarters or for 1 year, the entire shift that can happen in your business when you research is amazing. Like even in 1 quarter, in 3 months, if you focus on research the first 1 month and then implement the insight you got from the research in the next 2 months, you see the difference in the next quarter. There's always going to be a difference. Like research is highly underrated. And when you're trying to research, right, define your research objective. That lies the first thing. Define what you're trying to achieve. Choose your research method. I know the truth is when people hear research, they might think it's something that is very, very bulky. Sometimes, yes, research is very, very it's complicated. It's a lot of things. But for a business owner or for an entrepreneur, it doesn't have to be, especially for a small business owner, it doesn't have to be so hard. It can be reaching out to a couple of people that you feel like they are going to be like you already know your target audience. Somebody that fits that profile, reach out to them or do a proper market research. Like there are different type of research. It depends on what your goal is. But there are easy ways to actually achieve this. You can spend 1 week in doing proper research. You can even use one day. If what you want to understand is market trends, go online, find market trends that are happening in other industry that you can apply to your own industry, or find market trends that are happening in your industry that you can apply to your own business. Do proper research, please. Do proper research. It is very important. Okay. The next thing I have here, which is my best, is growth strategy. Every business needs a growth strategy. Like every business needs a growth strategy. Although I feel like before I come here, I wanted to mention something about research. So let me just say this. If you're asking yourself, how do I use research to actually scale your business, right? There are a couple of ways you can do it. One way is to identify the market. Like I said, you can use research to identify the market. The second way is to understand your customers' needs. You can use research to understand what your customer needs. And you can use research to actually upsell them. Because when you understand their needs, there are other needs that you are not probably solving right now, but they have it. You can see that they have it because you've had a conversation with them. You've done research. You know that they have it. You can add those services to your company's service or add it to your company products and upsell your customer. And because they already trust you, it's easier for them to actually pay you money because, like, oh, why go outside when somebody I know and I trust already has this thing and this person is solving the problem for us. And the best part about it is that if you carry your customers along when you're doing this research, when you're launching your product or when you're launching that service or when you're launching this whatever it is that you're launching, they are happy to buy because they feel like they are a part of it. When you make people feel like they are part of your brand, they are happy to join you and support you. Okay. Another way is to evaluate your competition. Those are some of the things that you can use research to do. Another way is to test new products and services. To test it. Another one is to optimize your pricing and promotion. When you want to optimize your pricing and promotion, market research is one of the best. Okay. To improve your customers' experience, another thing is market research. Okay. So let's go to the growth strategy. Okay. So the reason why I said this is like one of my best is because every business should like have a good strategy. Your growth strategy a growth strategy that will align with your business goal, your market demand, and your resources. So what growth strategy does is it identifies area that you can expand and invest in and invest your resources in to support growth. So the idea is that because you know what your business goal is, you know what the market demand is, and you know what the resources. When you're creating a growth strategy, right? It's like, okay, you already know all those things. So why do I need to invest my resources? Your resources might be some of your employees, that are doing something. Maybe what they are doing is not, what's the word? They don't spend enough, like the time that they are using in the office or the time that they are using at work is not a lot. I want to add more things for them to do. Like you can invest, they are part of your resources too. Or the resources in your products, maybe a waste product that you actually use. Maybe there are so many things that are like resources that you already have in your business. The way you can invest it back in your business to actually give you more income, like generate more income for your business, right? Example of growth strategy for some business it depends on your product or service offering, right? For instance, let's say for a software company, right? They can expand they can expand their services. Another growth strategy is entering new market. You can enter new markets with growth strategy because you already know what you have. So your growth strategy is okay, let's enter this new market and do this and do that. Okay. Additionally, another one is referral marketing. Referral marketing is a good strategy, and it is one strategy that I've seen take a business from what's the one? Take a business from 10,000 to over 100K. I'm telling you. The truth is, when they say referral marketing, I'm not just saying you telling your friends on the phone, please refer my business, or you telling your customers, okay, now that you patronize or refer also. No, there has to be a strategy in place for your referral. What you have to like implement, what's the word? Implement the incentivizing way to actually give people reason to actually refer you. If I'm referring you, what am I getting? She gets like, what exactly am I getting? And there are various methods to do it, right? They are like, and the truth is, there are so many technologies online that you can use. You don't have to even do anything in real time. You just have to give people ways to actually refer you and let them get something in return. That's the way people refer you. There are so many strategies that you can put in place that will help you grow your business when it comes to referral marketing. And it's one way that actually changes things. And then growth strategy, um, another example of growth strategy is consultative sales, right? Some people don't even know that they can use consultation as a way to actually add more income to their business. Some people don't know. Another one, another one is what's the word? Custom products or custom services. Creating custom services for people. You already have a service, but maybe you have a custom service that you want to create that can actually solve a pain point for a client that is not part of your service, or that is not a service that everybody needs. If you have custom services, people can come and reach out to you for those custom services. Your customers can come and reach out to you for custom services. So it's like there's so many types of things that you can add to your growth strategy. But when you don't even have growth strategy, there is anything you can do. And then there is solution selling. You can sell the solution itself, the solution that you provided to a problem. You can sell the solution to other business. There are so many things that you can do. And like I said, it just depends on the industry that you are in, right? And another way to scale your business is hiring the right people. It's very crucial to hire the right people. Like it's important. It's very important. But the truth is, some of us want to hire people and we don't even have a clear definition of what their job position should be. Your staff can make you, and at the same time, they cannot make you. The people that work in your business can help you grow. At the same time, they can run you down in life. But the only way to know that you're hiring the right people is when you're hiring, look for cultural fit. Look for people that are fit for your business, that are fit for your type of personality, that are fit for your business personality. Especially when you're a small business, there are so many things that you need to put in check. You cannot have two driver in one bus. One person has to try, one person has to lead. So knowing that okay, this is the type of person you want to hire. Okay, this is the type of thing I want this person to come and do for me. Like do thorough interview. Ask questions based on their behavior. Like understand who they are, not just what they bring. They have a BSc, they have a PhD. Don't just what they're bringing. Not just their skills alone. Understand who they are as a person. It's very important. It's very very vital. Businesses have gone down for things that doesn't even make sense. Like okay, why? Like, these are things that you can't scale over. Like you're supposed to scale with the type of things that you have, but you're not going to scale because of the type of people that you have. Another thing we have here, okay, is leveraging technology. leveraging technology. It is very important. Most of us don't use technology for anything. Like use technology for everything. Use technology for everything, like everything. There are so many things that you can use. That you can automate repetitive tasks. You can collaborate with you can use collaboration tools. That way it's easier for everybody to work. You can you can use project management tools. You can use cloud-based service. There's so many tools out there that a lot of people are not paying attention to. And one thing I do is when I'm working with businesses, like I have to see, it's like a 360 view of a business. Every aspect of a business, there has to be something about it. Some of the things I did for this webinar were automated. I didn't have to stress myself over some of those things. And some of the things I do are like automated. When you automate it, your life is easy. Automation is important, especially in this setting that we are in. A lot of business don't have anything. It just improves the efficiency when you automate your business. Okay. I wish I could talk more about all these things, but looking at my time, I'm like, okay, yeah, spend so much time. So it's like, no, I don't want to do that. The next thing we have is focusing on customer retention. You ask some entrepreneurs and business owners these questions. You ask some entrepreneurs and business owners some questions. You say, okay, what's your customer retention like? And they're like, okay, what is that like? It's like they don't even know if they are retaining their customers. The only thing they know is that, oh yeah, we made $500,000 last year. Or let's say we made $10,000 last month. We are making $10,000 and we are doing well. No, that's not the way to know. You need to focus on customer. And the people that bought it, the people that patronized you last month, that made you that $10,000, are they the same people? And somebody else coming. Why did that person from last month did not buy? Why did that person buy again? Like there's so many things you need to pay attention to. Focus on customer retention. It is very important. If you cannot keep your customers, see the way I'm laughing. Your business is not ready. Your business is not ready at all. Okay. So I'm seeing some questions on the Instagram live. So just give me a couple of minutes. We are going to get to question and answer. Just give me a couple of minutes. Okay, I think the last thing is, like I said, monitor your brand positioning. Monitor your brand positioning. You can have a proper positioning right now, and then there's a need for you to reposition again. But the only way to know that there's a change in the market, or there's a change in your target audience behavior, is when you actually monitor. When you can monitor the things that you've done, and you can say, oh yeah, this was all implemented. This was what happened. Like you need to monitor your position. You need to monitor your brand positioning. It's very essential when you're trying to position your brand and when you're trying to scale your business. Monitor it across all touch points. Okay. The last one, I think, yeah, is evaluate your progress. Like I said, it's very important. I don't used to do it before. I don't used to evaluate the things I do. It's like when I've done it and I've moved on. But the minute that changed, I made some investment early this year, and it helped me realize that so many things that I've done, I don't actually even evaluate. Like you don't even check if it worked or if it did not work, or like most of us do it. Pay attention, evaluate your progress. It is important. Regularly evaluate it regularly so that you can make adjustments when it's needed, so that you can know when something is not working, so that you can know when something is working. It's very, very important. Okay. So I have a question. How frequently do you think a company should conduct market research for their business? Okay, guys, let's go. We have 5:40. I have less than 20 minutes. And I want to talk about personal brand. So yeah. Okay, let's answer the question. How frequently do you think? Every quarter. Okay, okay, okay. Every quarter. Every quarter. Okay. Patrick said should be A, but I never do. Of course, of course, of course. Okay. So the truth is, the answer to this is not yet. There really isn't a timeline to market research. Like I said, when you're trying to do a market research for your business, your goal is what matters. What is the goal of the market research? So there's really a timeline. So if you are doing market research and you're focusing on your users, okay, you can do it quarterly or you can do it every 6 months. But you have different goals. So the idea is market research is very broad. It's like, what are you trying to achieve? What is the goal of the market research that you're doing? Are you trying to learn about nutrients? If you're trying to learn about nutrients, it's okay to do it every year, or it's okay to do it every 6 months. You can, like, there really isn't an answer there. Like I said, it's just a very, very oh my god, that's funny. Okay, so the next question I have is how often, okay, now this one, the answer is there. The answer is there. How often do you analyze your competitors? Let's start. What do you guys think? How often? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? Is it quarterly? Is it annually? Or is it never? Rarely or never? How often? Quarterly. Paddy says quarterly. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have monthly. Uh, okay. Yes, Paddy. Because trends basically take time to pan out. Yes, they do. That's why market research is like each. You can't just give a time to it. It just depends on what you're trying to achieve. Okay. Quarterly. What? Okay, so we have. So the truth is, analyzing your competitors should be done quarterly. You can't be doing it every month. It's just a waste of time. You need to focus on your business too. Okay, but it should be something you spend at least maybe 2 or 3 days of your business doing quarterly on that. Like, see what are your competitors doing about. And also the truth is, when I say quarterly, sometimes you can actually leave it to annually because it depends on what type of business that you are in, what industry you are in. Okay, all this thing depends on the industry that you're serving. Okay, so let's go to the last question, which is which of the following factors do you think is most important for successfully scaling a business? Okay. We have A, funding, B, talent, C, growth strategy, D, strong brand identity. We have E, industry partnership, and F, all of the above. What do you think is the most important when you're trying to scale your business? So all of you are going for F. Oh no. I mean, F is not a wrong answer. It's not a wrong answer. But there's another answer there that is, I think is better. Okay, now you see, Padri, you're really, you're giving me a reason to be happy right now. Both strategy is important. I cannot emphasize it enough. There's so many things that comes into play for both strategy. I wish I had enough time to actually talk more about both strategy and how you can actually implement it in your business and the things you can actually do to start this right now. Really wish I had enough time. Like, I cannot emphasize it enough. Both strategy is vital. I mean, all of the above is vital. But the truth is, when you're scaling your business, it's not really funding. Some business are funded, but they're not scaling. They're just putting in more money to grow the business. When it comes to scaling, it's not about the money. It's about using the things that you already have and using it well. Like, making use of the things that you have and using it well. Like, it's very important. Scaling is not about putting in more money. What do you already have right now? What can you do to be better? Like, thinking is more about scaling is about strategy. Like, thinking strategically on the things that you can do to actually scale, to actually be better, not about putting in more money. Okay. But then it's never a wrong idea to put in more money in your business. Don't come and say, oh yeah, IBK said there's no need for money. It's very important to put money. Yeah, very, very important. Okay, so let me just use 2 minutes to talk about this. So I wasn't supposed to talk about I didn't want to talk about, but then I figured that personal branding is something that we should all mention. So you see, personal branding for entrepreneur is the practice of defining and promoting an individual unique identity, expertise, and value proposition in the context of their business or industry. It's very important for entrepreneurs to have a personal brand. It is very important. One of the ways to scale your business is having a personal brand. Because when people trust a personal brand, it's easy for you to just tell them about other things. Is it for them to patronize your business because they trust you? So it's great. It's a good idea for you to build credibility, build trust with your audience, so that way you can create like a competitive edge in the marketplace. Personal branding is important. I have some content on my social media page around personal branding. And if you want me to like do like another webinar or something on personal branding, just let me know. And also on growth strategy. I think I'll consider doing something on growth strategy and personal branding. I'm still looking at it, but I think it's something I will do. Okay, so let's get to questions and answer. I know I've been talking since. and you guys have like a couple of questions or a lot of questions, please just input all your questions in the chat box and then I'll come to it. Okay. So while we are doing the question thing, let me introduce you to positioning to scale. So I'm really excited about this, right? To just introduce to you guys, right? So positioning to scale is a 90 days done with you brand positioning program. And it is designed to help entrepreneurs and businesses establish a strong, authentic presence in the market, command premium prices for their services, and increase profitability, all while staying true to their values and goals. That is what positioning to scale is. A program that I've been working on for a while now, and I'm launching, not trying to, I need to stop saying that. But the truth is, what I'm doing right now is a pre-launch. I want to do a pre-launch and then have some businesses experience the program before I actually do the real launch. And the real launch is going to be happening in, I think, the third quarter or the fourth quarter. I'm not sure, but yeah, but I'm like, the actual launch is happening there. But for the pre-launch, I want to give it to people who are interested. So it's the same thing that I'm going to experience in the actual program is what you're going to experience in the pre-launch. It's just that you're just going to be the first set of people to experience it. And like I said, it's a done with you program. And to add to, if you are going to ask me, like, what are you going to achieve in the program? Number one, you get increase in brand awareness, gain a competitive edge, increase customer loyalty, greater customer understanding, higher pricing power, greater ability to influence customers' perception and attitude, greater effectiveness of marketing and sales efforts, and greater return on your investments. Those are the things that you achieve when you join the program. And when you ask me what is included in the program, so there are five different, more than five actually. There are a lot of things that are complements of the program, right? So the first thing is a done with you brand strategy workshop. So it's a workshop that helps us understand where you're currently at in the business, what you are trying to achieve, where you're at, and all those things that has to do with your business. The workshop is where we determine all those things. And like I said, it's a done with you program. It's not a program that I'm going to send you to a link to a website and then you go and learn it yourself. Nothing like that. It's done in real time. So when I'm talking about it, you do it in real time. You get it in real time. And then the next thing on the program is there's a done for you brand audit and evaluation. So like we evaluate your brand before we actually do it. Like we need to understand where you are. We need to evaluate the things that you have, and not just your brand. When you evaluate, we evaluate every aspect of your business. So it's not just the brand strategy or the branding or every aspect of your business is evaluated. Your employees are evaluated, your customers every aspect of your business is evaluated. And then there's done for you research and analysis. So you see all that market research for your target audience, for your competitors, all those things will be done for you in this program. I myself will be researching your competitors, will be researching your target audience, everything, like researching your market trends, all those things. Just finding ways to actually scale your business in the next 3 months. So like I said, it's a 3 months program, 90 days program. And then the next thing there is implementation plans and materials. So I provide you with implementation plans and materials that you can use, that you will be using after the first 1 month of doing research and everything. We now start implementing. So you get all the plan and the materials, and then we now start implementing. But we implement it together. I'm not going to leave it for you to go and implement it. Like I said, I'm all about implementation and then monitoring what we are doing, if it's actually bringing a result or not. And then you get yours truly for a 3-month coaching and mentorship program in terms for your brand. Okay, so you have access to me for the next 3 months if you're joining the program. And then there's client support and guidance. There's always support for you throughout the entire program. And then there's access to all the strategy documents and templates. A client portal where you can get also, like, when we do the competitive analysis, I want to do it again for yourself in the future. The documents are available for you to actually use those documents and do another one, because we've done it for you and we've done it with you. You see the way we did it, so you can do it for yourself again, and you can replicate it in your other businesses. Okay. And so how is PTS different? There are just 3 things. I'm very focused. So there is thoughtful support, there is result oriented, and there is profitable impact. So to me, when you are doing something and you can actually measure the impact, it's not really working, right? So you have to be able to measure the impact, and then you have to be able to measure it has to be result focused, and there has to be a thoughtful support. The idea is that I understand that you are working, you are running a business, and you understand that I'm working and running a business. But at the same time, we're trying to come together to achieve something great for your business. So we have to be thoughtful of each other's time. And then, like I said, the program is filled with a lot. And so if you're ready to increase your brand awareness, have a competitive advantage, increase your brand loyalty, have a good time understanding, all these things to support your desired lifestyle in the line of your business and gain like highest value. If your answer is yes, then positioning to scale is for you. And okay, so all for all the elements, for people that are going to, so I have a number of people that I want to be a part of the program because I cannot take more than them. Right? I don't want to have a lot of people because it's pre-launch. So when we get to the launch, the actual launch, yeah, we can have more people. But then because it's a pre-launch, just a couple of people that I want to be a part of the program, and I'll be giving like a 70% discount on the program. So the regular price for the program is $3,500. But if you are joining the pre-launch right now, it is about $1,500, and there's a payment plan, so you can pay $500 each month of the program, and you can see how it works for you. Okay, so don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. So if you want to join, send me a message or schedule a call with my link, and let's have a conversation. The truth is, you might want to join the program, and you might not be eligible to join the program. That's the truth. That's why I'm not just asking anybody to join. You might not be eligible to join the program. So for you to know if you are eligible, and for me to know if you are eligible to join the program, we need to get on a call and discuss if you're eligible. So if you're interested, just send me a message or an email. Yeah, there's my email right there. Or just send me a message on WhatsApp or on Instagram or LinkedIn or on Telegram. Anywhere, just send me a message anyway, and let's talk about if your business is a good fit for the program, and even if your business is not a good fit for the program, there are other custom services that we can look at for you. But then, like I said, if you're a good fit for the program, yeah, we got you. Okay, so let's go back to questions and answer. Okay. Oh my God.